Some mental disorders don't look the way you think. Some look like overworking. Some look like silence. Some look like smiling in public and collapsing in private. In this video, you'll understand the most common mental disorders, how they actually show up in real life, and what they quietly do to a person's brain and behavior. Stay until the end, because the last one is the most misunderstood of all. First, depression. Depression is not sadness. Sadness has a reason. Depression feels like emptiness without a clear cause. Your brain struggles to use chemicals like serotonin and dopamine, the ones that create motivation and pleasure. So everything feels heavy. You wake up tired after sleeping all night. Food tastes flat. Hobbies feel pointless. Even small tasks feel impossible. It's not laziness, it's energy loss at a biological level. Next, generalized anxiety disorder. Imagine your brain treating normal life like an emergency. Your nervous system stays switched on, heart racing, muscles tight, mind scanning for worst-case scenarios. You replay conversations, you imagine disasters, you struggle to relax, even when nothing is wrong. It's not just overthinking, it's a threat system that forgot how to turn off. Midway reminder, subscribe to Brain Catalyst for psychology that helps you decode people. Now ADHD. ADHD is not lack of intelligence, it's difficulty regulating focus and impulses. You can hyperfocus for hours on something interesting, but starting boring tasks feels physically painful. You forget deadlines, lose items, interrupt people. Not because you don't care, because dopamine regulation makes follow-through harder. There's a gap between intention and action, and that gap is exhausting. Next, OCD. OCD is not liking things clean. It's intrusive thoughts that won't stop, followed by rituals to reduce the anxiety. You check the lock again, and again, and again. You wash your hands until they hurt. Not because you want to, because your brain screams that something terrible will happen if you don't. You know it's irrational, but the fear feels real. Now PTSD. PTSD happens when the brain stays stuck in survival mode after trauma. Flashbacks aren't memories, they feel like reliving the event. Your body reacts as if danger is happening now. Heart pounding, breathing shallow, scanning for threats. It's not weakness, it's a nervous system that never reset. Bipolar disorder. This isn't mood swings, it's extreme shifts between manic highs and depressive lows. During mania, little sleep, racing thoughts, big risky decisions, feeling unstoppable. Then the crash. Energy gone. Motivation gone. Hope feels distant. The contrast makes both sides harder. Panic disorder. A panic attack feels like dying. Heart pounding, chest tight, dizziness, terror, even when there's no danger. The worst part isn't the attack, it's the fear of the next one. So you start avoiding places, avoiding situations, sometimes avoiding life itself. Social anxiety disorder. This is not shyness. It's the fear that every interaction is a performance. And you'll fail. Your voice shakes, your hands sweat, your mind goes blank. Afterward, you replay everything you said, magnifying tiny mistakes. You don't avoid people because you dislike them. You avoid the fear of judgment. Eating disorders. These aren't about food. They're about control, restricting, binging, purging. Food becomes a coping mechanism for chaos, perfectionism, or self-worth. The body suffers, but the mind feels trapped in a loop. Now borderline personality disorder. Emotions feel extreme and fast. A small rejection feels catastrophic. Relationships feel intense and unstable. Fear of abandonment drives behavior. Identity feels unclear. It's not being dramatic, it's emotional regulation difficulty at high intensity. Schizophrenia. This disorder affects how reality is processed. Hallucinations, voices, delusions, and also something quieter. Loss of motivation, flattened emotions, disorganized thinking. It's one of the most stigmatized conditions, yet most people with it are not dangerous. Finally, dissociative identity disorder. This develops as a survival response to severe trauma. The mind separates experiences into different identity states to cope. Memory gaps, feeling disconnected from yourself. Parts of you holding different emotions. It's not a movie plot, it's a defense mechanism that once protected someone. Here's what matters most. Understanding is not labeling. This video is not a diagnosis, it's awareness. Mental disorders are not personality flaws, they are patterns of brain, function, and coping shaped by biology and experience. When we understand them correctly, we replace judgment with compassion for others and for ourselves. Comment aware if this changed how you see mental health.